A University of Houston professor stopped teaching an education course in protest of his student teachers' placements in Houston ISD schools.
Professor Alberto Rodriguez says the scripted curriculum used in HISD classes made it impossible for them to complete their assignments. Professor Rodriguez is joining us now to talk about this protest. Good morning, Professor.
Good morning. Thank you for inviting me.
So let's dive right into it. What is the course that you teach and why did it stop?
It's a science methods class for elementary pre-service teachers. So essentially in that class, they learn how to make science more culturally relevant, hands-on and minds-on, to address the diverse needs of the learners.
What has been what has happened, I should ask, since your course was suspended? Talk about feedback. Any positive, any negative?
Well, I was removed from the class. I was hoping to stimulate a conversation with the university administration to improve the situation for our pre-service teachers so they have opportunities to actually carry out the assignments as we design in the course. But unfortunately, I was just removed from the course and then they assigned somebody else to teach it. And it's disappointing that I didn't get an opportunity to talk to the university president, provost. And essentially, I was just told that if I just don't do what everybody else is doing, the course will be taken away from me, and they did it. But interestingly, I have received a lot of letters and emails, from teachers, from parents, from colleagues, supporting this action. Because I just felt it would be unethical and unprofessional for me to teach a class where I knew that my students wouldn't be able to carry out the assignments as we design, as experts in the field, as we designed them. So I had to do that.
Can you explain what was it that you felt they weren't going to be able to carry out, and why did you feel it was unethical?
Well, we have accreditation standards. We have a state and national accreditation standards, and professors, get together to design courses, that are based on research-based practices. So half of the students in my class were placed in HISD schools that are following the scripted curriculum, and there is no way that they can carry out the assignments because everything that they're seeing in those schools contradicts everything that I'm teaching in my class that is based on my own research, the research of others. That it's supposed to be modeling best practices. And in addition, students are also learning how to integrate engineering practices in their science classroom. Because as you know, there's a new state standards in Texas, that are asking teachers to integrate engineering practices. So it could have been a great opportunity for our pre-service teachers, to work with mentor teachers in the schools and then share some of the things, that are also learning in my class. But following a scripted curriculum is just no way that they can be addressing the diverse needs of learners, addressing, the language needs, and even much less for them to be trying to integrate engineering practices in a scripted curriculum.
Can you give me an example of one thing that you found just really would not work?
Well, it's just essentially nuts to think that somebody's going to learn how to teach by observing an experienced teacher who is being robbed of the dignity of their profession, of their creativity, by following a script that tells them, minute by minute what they're supposed to be doing. There's no way that you can engage students in problem solving, in creative thinking, when the teachers themselves are not able to model and engage students in this kind of creativity. There is, not even actors in a play follow a script, that they even have some room for creativity, for improvisation. But the scripted curriculum doesn't allow, teachers, to use all of their creative energy for the benefit of their students. So I have my students coming back to my class frustrated, feeling like, my teachers are frustrated. We don't see how we can complete these assignments. And these assignments are based on research-based best practices. So it's just unethical to continue sending them to places where they're not able to learn how to become the kind of effective teachers that we need in today's schools.
Yeah. Moving forward, Professor, what is your hope?
Well, I was hoping that the university will be holding its own national and state level accreditation standards. So it doesn't seem that that's going to be the case. So I will have to then file complaints with different accreditation agencies, and then maybe they can encourage the university to engage in conversation with school districts like HISD, and then end up enacting essentially what a good partnership is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be a two-way bridge, right? Where we have engaging conversations where both partners benefit and create opportunities for this next generation of teachers to become effective teachers, by being able to practice what they're learning in the university courses.
All right. Thank you, Professor Alberto Rodriguez, for joining us this morning. We appreciate your time.
Thank you.